Hello everyone, I'm out here in my Morton building again, but I'm not doing today's video out here, just explaining that I accidentally deleted the first half of the video. And so I'm going to explain what you missed. The first part that you missed was me actually showing you the lumber that I was going to be using, or some of the lumber I was going to be using in this chicken house build that I'm building for my mom. And all it was 9 2x4s, anywhere from 3 feet to 5 feet long. Most of them was about 4 feet or just over. I had one 3-footer and one 5-footer. And then two 8-foot 2x4s. Another one was approximately 9 or 10 feet, and the other one about 10 foot or so. And that's what I'm going to be using for the framing of the chicken house, or a good part of the framing of the chicken house. So in the rest of the video, you're going to see how I rip these boards down and actually make the framing of the chicken house. So enjoy the rest of the video. All right, I took 2 of them 2x4s that I showed you, and I ripped them into these lath. These are approximately 3/8. I didn't measure them, I just ballparked it. I spaced my guide away from the edge of my blade on my table saw and thought, well, that looks close to 3/8, and I ripped them. And they're about perfect thickness. I got 7 of them out of a 2x4, so I ended up ripping 2 of them. I that 14. One broke because there's a knot in there, which you may have that if you got some imperfect 2x4s, but I got plenty to make sure I have enough that I can rip down and replace the broken ones. But anyhow, I need 5 sets of arches for this build, and it's going to take 4 of these sticks for a half an arch, or in other words for one bow. So I'm going to need 8 for a total arch, and so then that'll be a total of 40 because I need 5 sets. So I need 40 of these boards. I get 7 out of a board, so I'm going to have to rip down 6 boards to get enough just for the arches or for the bows that I'm going to build. This board here is going to be for the jig. There's a screw here, a screw down here. They're 8 feet apart because that's how long the bows are going to be. This screw here is actually as wide as the bow is going to be. So if you got your starting point there and you put your first board there and you start bending it, it's going to arch all the way up to here before it starts arching back down to that screw there. So it's going to be like a half moon, or like a bow and arrow bow, you know. And so it's going to have a kind of like a half circle. But anyhow, this is going to be my jig. As you see, I got nice sawhorses. I have 2 old dryers that I scrap out. I just haven't got them torn apart and get the copper wire and electric motors and stuff out of them. So I still got to do that once I'm done using this as my sawhorse for my jig. But anyhow, tomorrow I'm going to get this this jig set up. I'm going to get that arch line drawn on there, and I'll explain how I done that tomorrow. I'll get that line drawn on there, I'll get the blocks on, but I'll show you, I'm making a little simple jig, and I'll show you how to actually draw your arch for you to be able to set your jig blocks, I guess. But that'll be in tomorrow's video. But I just wanted to show you this much so far. I got some boards ripped. I'm going to go rip the other 4 that I need to do, so I have plenty of lath. I got to get some spacer blocks cut to put in between these lath, and I got to get my jig set up. So that'll be all in tomorrow's video. I'll start building these things and you'll see how they're done. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'll see y'all later, and don't forget I love you. Bye.